Welcome to Cookies and Ale coming back to bite you. Hey, I'm Eric, and today's video is a fun one. Well, fun now, but this is actually inspired by real life, true events. We have an app, not really, just customization, something for a client, and it worked perfectly up until the point where it didn't, and we spent a couple of days figuring out what is going on. So let me show you, because this is kind of interesting. Here is the app. Well, it's not, but here is the scenario condensed down to something readable. It's super simple. There's a website, so I've just recreated a website where I've recreated the scenario. This website, you can pass credentials to it in different ways. So right now I've just put it on the query string. We get a page from the website. That's it. And if I take this URL here and I feed it into a browser, I get Advanced Portal Designer demo. That's a new app coming out. Yeah, if you want to do something with a portal, anyway. So this is the expected result, and in a browser. So let's say I take this app now here and I deploy it to Business Central version 23. Boom. And I need to log in, of course. And there's a slight delay. And we get the expected result. Everything is working. For some reason, you see it's actually called 3 times, because sometimes, and whenever I have approached Microsoft about that, they say no. But sometimes on OpenPage is triggered 3 times. I still haven't figured out why, but apparently it's a thing. Anyway, the app works. It does exactly what's expected. So here comes the fun part, and here's the head scratcher. So now I take the same app and I deploy it to a BC24. And I log into BC24 also. And I get a different result. So what I'm actually getting here is that's the login page. So somehow it didn't log in, right? That's weird. It looks like it did not log in. But as you can see, I did not change anything code. It's the exact same app. I'm either sending to a BC23, it works, sending to a BC24, it does not work. I put in the URL in the browser, it works. I put in the URL in Postman, it works. I try to send it off in BC24, it does not work. And that's quite weird. So let's examine what are the characteristics of this page. Why is this page special? And for that's what I've just used my new app, the Advanced Portal Designer, to kind of recreate that scenario. So we're calling the test 1 page, and test 1 is basically a page that you can only access if you're authenticated. But we applied some authentication, we gave some credentials in the URL, so that's fine. But what the page actually do is that it turns around and says, oh, that's fine. You authenticated, go to page 2. So now we go to test 2 instead. So the expected output is actually off the second page. So meaning that the first page returns what is known as a 302, saying, hey, you need to go over there instead. And that is all handled inside client.send. If client.send get a 302, you say, I need to go over there, I'll go over there. It's all great. So I can demonstrate that if I grab the URL again here. We create a in private thing, and I turn on the dev tools. I hit the URL. We can see it actually says test 2 up here, but if I look at the dev tools, we can see that we call test 1, we get a 302, we call test 2, we get a 200. All is good. So here's the kicker, and here is what is going on, is that, you know, the first one is authenticating, that means that we get a session cookie for that, and then we call the second page, and we still have the cookies. So suddenly what the realization we came to was that apparently BC24, when it does the redirect internally, it does not preserve the cookies. So the cookies it just gets on the 302 is discarded for the second call, for the redirect. And then, you know, realization dawned on us, saying, hang on, there was a new thing in BC24. There was support for cookies. So what if we take our app and we say, hey, this is a BC24 app. We go here and then we say client.use response cookies true, which is normally, so you do one call, and then if you use the same client again, you can get the cookies you got back on the first call will be sent to the second call. But you see, now I added this line. Let's go to BC24. Boom, works, and Bob's your uncle. So a perfectly fine app in BC23 might stop working in BC24. So the question is this a bug or is this intended behavior? I will leave that up to Microsoft to figure out. What I can say is that we got bitten hard by this, because we suddenly had a big conversion project that was in limbo because we suddenly couldn't get data off the old web server, because that was how the system worked, that you call something and then it did a redirect after it authenticated. It actually redirected to the same page, but that's a different story. But now we need to do this in order for the internal redirect to preserve the cookies. So that was a fun 2 days trying to figure this one out. Anyway, so now you know. So if you run into something super weird like this, maybe turn on the use response cookies and see if that will help your web service. And when you're done doing that, here's another AL hacking video. Check it out. It's a good one. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.